Hi guys, welcome to Commercial Law Tutorials. Under the topic Introduction to Law, in our first lesson we defined law and gave its characteristics. Next, we looked at the purposes of law. And in today's lesson, which is lesson number 3, I will identify and explain the reasons why people obey the law. In this lesson, I will discuss in detail the reason why people obey the law in our society. And at the end of the lesson, I will then give you popular exam questions relating to this lesson. To comply with the law, for those who may not know, this means to obey, follow the commands, restrictions or instructions of the law. So let us now move on to the reasons why people obey these laws we are talking about. The first reason is when people believe that the laws are legitimate. Secondly, lack of the need to break the law. Next, to avoid the legal consequences and sanctions which are attached to the law. Knowledge of the social duties of a good citizen. And lastly, because of the inherent sense of what is right or wrong. Having listed the reasons, let us go through them in detail. Firstly, people obey the law when they believe that the laws are legitimate. These are individuals who recognize that the law is worthy of respect. That way, even if people know that they won't be caught, they still obey those laws. They obey the laws because they value them. They recognize that the laws are reasonable and need to be obeyed no matter what. For example, a giveaway sign alongside the road, which is illustrated here. If everyone drives as they wish, accidents occurs, people die. So people just obey even if no one is seeing them. People believe that it is the right thing to give way to others while on the road so as to protect everyone. Secondly, when people lack the need to break the law, they usually always comply. We can agree that some people break the law so as to make ends meet. Those people break the law so as to survive. It's their livelihood. This may be due to the fact that they are not educated enough and want to have more money which they will never earn in the society due to their level of education. As bills to pay pile, food is needed as well as clothing. They end up resorting to breaking the law so as to survive. People are careful. They just break the law and hope that they won't be caught. But in the case that someone is financially stable, it's most likely that they won't even think of breaking the law at all. There won't be any need to do so, right? The next reason is so as to avoid the legal consequences and sanctions. People tend to obey the laws because of the fear of being caught and then sanctioned or punished. So to avoid the punishment, these individuals obey the law not because they truly respect those laws, but only due to the fear of being caught and then later punished. For instance, a person may want to drive above the stipulated speed limit so as to reach his destination earlier, but the fear of being caught, fined as well as adding a bad record to his name may limit that person. The person decides that it's better to obey rather than to pay the fine. Moving on, the knowledge of social duties of a good citizen also influence people to obey the law. Obeying the law is the most important duty of any citizen. The laws are designed to help people get along with one another and prevent accidents. Therefore, if individuals understand that laws were made so that order can be maintained, they are most likely to obey the laws. These people understand that the laws were made for them and everyone has a role to play in upholding those laws for the sake of our nation's peace and security. For example, one should never drink alcohol while driving so as to avoid accidents after intoxication, protecting his life and that of others who are on the road. And the last reason we will look at today is that some people are born with the inherent sense of what is right or wrong. We know that people are usually somehow born bad or good, although the environment that people grow up in may also have an influence on their behavior. I think as people have got good or bad personality or character, it also affects their inner drive to break the law. Some people just do break the law for the zeal and thrill of narrating it. It's in them. They love and adore all those who break the law, taking them as heroes. But conversely, some other people do not just break the law because it's not in them to do so. They are born that way. They know what is right and what is wrong. I think I have fully covered and explained the reason why people obey the law in this lesson. That was all I had for you. To wind up this lesson, I will look at the exam questions that are frequently asked which are under this topic. The questions I have for you today are: in your own opinion, why do people obey or disobey the law? Outline the reasons why people comply with the law. What motivates people to break the law? Why do people obey the law? And lastly, give any reasons for obeying the law. Thank you so much guys for watching.